All right, let's get right into it. Have you ever wondered how two people can have the exact same job, same salary, but one is buying up real estate and the other is just drowning in debt? It's a huge paradox, right? And I'll tell you what, the answer is probably not what you're thinking.
So what is the secret sauce here? I mean, is one person just smarter, luckier? No, not at all. The real reason, for most of us anyway, is that we're going into this huge financial battle completely unarmed. We don't have a plan. So our money just kind of slips through our fingers, right? Well, today, we are going to build a system to plug those leaks once and for all.
I mean, just look at this. It's like two totally different universes, isn't it? Same starting line, but they end up in completely different places. And here's the key. The person building wealth isn't necessarily making more money. They just have a system. The other person, well, they're letting their money be the boss instead of the other way around.
All right, let's really dig into this, because we have got to bust what is probably the biggest myth in all of personal finance. You hear it all the time, but it's not about how much you make, it's really, truly about how much you keep. And this right here changes the entire conversation. You know, we've all been sold this idea that being good with money means you have to live like a monk, right? No more lattes, no vacations, just restriction. But that's just wrong. It's not true. Real financial literacy is the exact opposite. It's about freedom. It's about you taking back control from all those marketers who spend billions of dollars trying to convince you to buy stuff you don't actually need. Okay, so before we can build anything, whether it's a bridge to get you out of debt or a full-on rocket ship to financial freedom, we need a blueprint. You have to know exactly where you're starting from. And listen, this isn't about judgment, it's just about getting the facts.
So here they are, the four financial states. Think of it like a map. First, you've got the financial abyss. This is where your expenses are actually more than your income and you're sinking deeper every single month. Then there's financial instability. Here, you're basically treading water. Income equals expenses. But one flat tire, one unexpected bill, and you could go under. Financial stability is where things start getting good. You've got savings, you're not drowning in consumer debt, you're in control. And then financial freedom. That's the goal, right? That's when your money is working for you so you don't have to.
So, take a second, be really honest with yourself. Where are you on this map? And again, this isn't about feeling good or bad. It's just your starting point. It's your "you are here" sticker. Because knowing that tells us what we need to build next. Are we building that bridge to get to safety? Or are we fueling up the rocket ship? You just gotta be honest. Okay, so this is huge. We have to shift our focus. We're all taught to obsess over our salary, right? The income number. But there is a much, much more powerful number you need to be looking at. This is the real engine of building wealth. And here it is. Let me introduce you to your new best friend, Delta. Seriously, this one symbol, this is the entire game. It's just the amount of money you have left over at the end of the month. Simple as that. Income minus expenses. You know how when you get a raise, somehow your spending just magically expands to eat it all up? That's called lifestyle inflation, and it's what keeps even higher earners broke. Your delta, that's the cure. And this chart just makes it so clear, doesn't it? See, a rich person isn't someone with a huge expenses bar. You know, the fancy cars, the big house. A truly wealthy person is defined by that gap in the middle. That's your delta. And your number one mission from here on out, it's to make that gap as wide as you possibly can.
All right, so once you start creating that delta, what do you do with it? Well, we're going to use it to build your first and honestly most important line of defense. We're going to call it your financial armor. Because look, before you can go on offense and start investing, you have to be able to defend yourself.
And listen to me on this because it is so important. I'm going to say it again. Do not buy a single stock. Do not touch crypto. Don't do anything until this armor is fully in place. Trying to invest without a safety net, it's like going into battle with no armor. It's not brave. It's just a really, really bad idea. So what are we talking about here? 3 to 6 months. That's the goal. We're talking about a stash of cash sitting there that can cover all of your living expenses for 3 to 6 months if, poof, your income just disappeared tomorrow. I mean everything. Rent, food, car payments, the whole deal. This is your fortress.
And the power of having this, oh man, it's huge. It's not about making money. This isn't an investment. It's about buying you something way more valuable, peace of mind. It lets you make decisions from a place of strength, not desperation. It gives you the freedom to walk away from a job you hate. This money's job isn't to earn, its job is to rescue you. So you got to keep it somewhere you can get to it fast.
Okay, so your armor is built. Your delta is getting bigger every month. Now you get to unleash what might be the single most powerful force in the entire financial universe. I mean, look, when a guy like Albert Einstein calls something the eighth wonder of the world, you should probably sit up and pay attention, right? He was talking about compound interest. And all it is really is your money making babies. And then those little money babies grow up and start making their own babies. It's incredible.
And just look at how this works in practice. So you put away $100 a month. After 10 years, you've got around 20 grand. Nice, right? But then the real magic starts. In the next 10 years, it more than triples to 75 grand. And the 10 years after that, it triples again. That's the snowball rolling downhill, getting bigger and faster. It just proves that your biggest asset isn't being a genius stock picker, it's time.
All right, let's make this real. I don't want you to just watch this and feel good for a few minutes. I want you to actually get results. So here is your mission for this week.
It's just 3 simple steps. First, for 1 week, I want you to do a total accounting. Track every single penny. Use an app, a spreadsheet, a napkin, I don't care. You will be absolutely floored to see where your money is actually going. Second, analyze your assets and liabilities. Just make 2 columns. Assets put money in your pocket, liabilities take money out. Easy. Third, define your first big goal. Calculate how much you spend every month and multiply that number by 6. That number right there, that is your target for your financial armor.
And I want to leave you with this final thought. Right now, who's the master in your life? Is it you, or is it your bills? See, this whole thing isn't really about being a math wizard. It's about your mindset, it's about discipline, it's about making a choice to finally make money your servant instead of your master, so you can be free.